Welcome back to another video. This video is a little bit different. I'm not working on the car today, but what I'm doing today will flow on to what I'm doing on the car. In this video, I'm not fully recovering, but I'm repairing my computer chair. Basically, I got it second hand about 5 years ago now. Had a small crack in the vinyl. Over time the vinyl's gotten worse, so I'm going to replace a few sections on my computer chair, that way make it a little bit more comfortable, and I'm going to try and add some foam to the cushion part of the chair just to make it a little bit softer. Over time the original foam or cushioning in the seat has compressed and the seat's gotten a bit hard, so just want to soften it up a little bit. Here are the two parts to the chair. This is the cushion part. You can see all the vinyl along the front of it is all cracked. When I first got the chair there was a small crack in the vinyl, but as I said, over time it's gotten worse. In the middle section here, again the vinyl's starting to crack and tear, so this section and this section will be replaced. This is the back part of the chair. As you can see, the top part where my head is, that's gone all hard and started to crack as well. This tear in the seam, that was there when I got the chair, so I'll fix it up as well. As for the rest of the back, it's all pretty soft, so I don't think I need to replace any other parts aside from this part, and this part. I did have a couple of options on what to replace it with, and I've settled on this is synthetic suede, woven material, pretty nice and soft, so good for sitting on during the summer, not as hot, and in the winter you're not sitting on freezing cold vinyl. So yeah, that the synthetic suede I reckon is the way to go. I did have the option of leather and another type of vinyl, which was the vinyl was really soft, so I reckon that would tear pretty easy. And the leather, it's, you know, this is only a computer chair. I'm not going to go stupid wasting leather, good leather, on a computer chair. This is the foam I'm going to be using. I bought this from Clark Rubber. I think the whole piece, it was just an offcut. This whole piece cost like 25 bucks, so more than enough to add some cushioning to the bottom of the seat. Alright, I'll get to start pulling the seats, the covers off the seats. Going to start on the cushion first because it's the hardest. Get that one out of the way and then move on to the chair back. Alrighty, pulled the cover off the seat cushion and separated the foams. These pieces of foam feel pretty soft, so definitely replace both of these two pieces of foam. What I will do is I will use this foam and I'll just fill in this whole area with the other foam, and I think on top of this I have an old bath floor mat which is pretty thick, so I'll use a bit of that. And I do have a mattress protector that never been used. It's just been sitting in my linen press. Cut a piece of that out as well. So what we'll basically have in the end is the towel over the top of the foam and the mattress protector over the top of the towel, and that should fix the issue with the other pieces of foam going soft. This piece of foam is going soft, starting to deteriorate a little bit, but I think with packing it up with that foam, bit of toweling and some mattress protector, that should bring it back up to being nice and soft. I have unpicked the cover and picked out, cut out the deteriorated pieces. That's them there, and I've got the new pieces in the synthetic suede over here, so they're ready to start stitching together. So what I will do is what I'll do first is I will insert the orange foam under here and get this back down onto the baseboard, and then I'll move on to attaching the towel and the mattress protector to the new pieces of synthetic suede and start putting it back together. Just a quick tip, if you've ever watched any of these car restoration shows or anything like that, if they ever show you anything to do with the car interiors and the trimmer shaping foam and all that sort of stuff, you can buy heaps of different tools to cut and shape foam. What I found is the cheapest and easiest is just a basic electric kitchen knife. It goes through foam real easy and does a good job. There we go, nice clean cut. Don't have to worry about trimming off little bits and pieces. Works every time. Well, that's the bottom piece done. New bit of foam is in there. I can feel the difference already. So put this aside and start working on softening up these pieces. Well, there's the bottom cushion done. New bit, old bit, and I had a trial sit on it, and it is a lot more comfortable than what it used to be, so that's a bonus. And now onto the back piece. Alrighty, here is the back piece removed and unpicked from my old office chair. I have unstitched these supports in the middle, which will go in there. I have patterned out the new piece on the fake suede. I was only going to change the top bit, but I figured why not just change the whole lot. It'll be a lot cooler in summer when I'm sitting in it editing videos and playing video games and whatever. So I'm doing the whole lot. I'm not sectioning this piece like the old back piece is. I'm keeping it all one piece, and I'm just gonna sew in those along the lines I've marked there. There we have it, folks. The computer chair is completely done. I did make a couple of little changes. This is called piping, that runs along the edge of the cushion, so it would have ran up along there. A lot of furniture manufacturers do it, and auto manufacturers with car seats. Personally, not a fan of piping, so when I re-sewed the back of the chair, I left the piping out. And as I said, I ended up doing the whole back in the synthetic suede rather than just one section of it. It's more comfortable that way, cooler, and in summer you don't stick to it or anything like that. So this chair was basically just an experiment to see if my sewing machine still worked, because I hadn't used it in, I'd have to say, a good 15 years, so just wanted to make sure it still worked. And I just wanted to fix up my computer chair. Didn't have to be anything spectacular, it's just me using it. I'm not using it to sell a product or anything like that, it's just for me to sit in while I'm at the computer. If you want to try anything like this at home, you don't need a big, industrial sewing machine or anything like that, not a walking foot or anything like that. If you're using cloth and thin foam or thin padding or anything like that, a normal home sewing machine will definitely do the trick. The only thing you need to remember, if you're doing it on furniture, you'll need to go for a thicker gauge thread. And on your home sewing machine, try and get the thickest needle you can get. Basically what that does is it strengthens all your seams when you're sewing everything together, so you're not having a seam rip or anything like that, especially if you're sewing in supports that will add contour to your furniture that, say, you need to pull down, staple to, the base of a wooden base or something like that. The other thing is try a few test pieces first. Make sure you dial in your sewing machine so your tension's right and everything like that, and the material that you're using, that your sewing machine is definitely going to handle it. Another couple of tips is don't just go straight into it, and there is a method of doing something like this. If you're recovering an old chair or something like that, try and unpick the seams as gently as possible in regards to try not to cut the material or anything like that, make a note of where your match marks are, and when you transfer them over to your new material, make sure you definitely get your match marks right. The other thing is when you're deconstructing or pulling apart some cloth or a cover or whatever for a chair, you normally start from the outside and you work your way in. Once you've patterned all your pieces out, you know exactly where they are or where they're going. When you start to sew up, you actually work from the inside out. So all your inner pieces, start them first, get them all together, and then start building around it. That way things are gonna, your chair cover or whatever will actually come out a lot better. And as I said, make sure you get those match marks in, and as you're sewing, get the match marks to line up, or else one corner might pull away, or you might get a pucker in a corner, or something like that. It won't look even, and just slow and steady wins a race. No need to rush it. If it's a hobby, you're not making money out of it, so you don't need to have it done in an hour. So definitely something to think about. Alright, that's it for this video. Next video I'll probably be working on the actual seats themselves, doing the inserts for those, and like I said, I will be doing those properly. As I've just explained, I'll pull the whole cover apart, start from the outside pieces, work my way in, replace the inserts, and then start sewing them all back together and going back the opposite way, working my way from the inside, working out. Alright, thanks for watching. See ya.